Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Show. Today we're going to talk about buyer's remorse, and more specifically, buyer's remorse when buyers are making a home purchase. A recent study showed that 64% of home buyers experience some level of buyer's remorse when buying a home. Some to the level of backing out of the purchase before closing, and some just some regret, whether after contract or after actually moving in the home. So first of all, let me just kind of define what buyer's remorse is. We've all experienced it when we bought something, but it's when you buy something and after the purchase of the item, you regret buying it. In home buying, the buyer can experience complete regret, or just wish they had maybe negotiated differently, or maybe even waited on a more perfect home to come on the market for them to take a look at. You know, it's common in today's competitive real estate market, when you are looking at a home and there's multiple buyers trying to buy it at the same time, for you as the buyer to feel rushed, mainly because you're having to make very quick decisions. So let's look at the top reasons that I have found that buyers have buyer's remorse when they're purchasing real estate, and more specifically, their primary residence, their home. Number one reason buyers experience buyer's remorse is going over their budget. This is when a buyer pays more for a home than they had planned to pay. You can get very caught up in a bidding war with other buyers in this market and later regret the sales price. Number two reason buyers experience buyer's remorse in this market. You bought the ideal home, but you bought it in the wrong location. Often, buyers start out wanting a specific location because it's close to schools or maybe the access to work or friends or family. And then when you see a home online that's in a different location, but it really suits your needs, you buy it. Once living in the home, you realize how much time you're spending in the car and on the road, and you regret the purchase due to location. Number three, the third reason buyers experience buyer's remorse in my 33-year career is they buy a home that's too small. I call this kind of like going to the car lot to look at minivans because you need a minivan, and you leave the car lot with that shiny two-seater red sports car that was sitting over there in the corner. It's buying something that doesn't suit your needs. Fourth reasons that buyers are experiencing buyer's remorse in this current real estate market, and that is they watch too much TV, and more specifically, they watch too many real estate shows. Currently on TV right now, there are more than 50 real estate shows, and they're causing people to have unrealistic expectations in homes and in the home buying process. And number five, the fifth reason I have found that buyers experience buyer's remorse, and this one's going to sound a little crazy, but I've seen it happen more than once, and it's buying a home with the wrong people or the wrong person. Number six, the sixth reason that I have found that people experience buyer's remorse in this market in 2022 and last year in 2021, buyers are in multiple offer situations, competing with other buyers for the same home, and the buyer is foregoing inspections and making the purchase as is, and also not asking the seller to make any repairs. In this crazy market, buyers are doing everything they can do to buy a home, and they're moving in the home and later finding out due to lack of inspections that the home's a money pit. So, as a buyer, how do you minimize or completely avoid buyer's remorse when buying real estate? And for a seller, you don't want a buyer experiencing buyer's remorse because between contract and closing, that buyer could walk. So let's look at the ways to prevent that. These are my tips from my experience on preventing buyer's remorse. Number one, stick to your budget. Look, homes get better as prices go up. Number one, don't look at homes you can't afford. You're going to like them more than the homes you can afford. Be pre-approved and know how much the bank, if you're getting a loan, will participate in the home purchase, and don't go over that loan amount when looking for houses. Second tip to prevent buyer's remorse. We've all heard the key to real estate is location. That location is specific to you when you're buying a home. There's always going to be a home in a different market, maybe a home way out in the middle of nowhere that has all these wonderful features, but it's the wrong location. Know your location and stick to it. The third way to prevent buyer's remorse when buying a home is know how many bedrooms and baths you need now, but also that you will need over the next 5 years. Buying a home today that fits your needs, but also fits your future. Let me promise you something, you will outgrow your home. Number 4, if you watch those over 50 real estate shows, please just know they're not reality, even when they call themselves a reality TV show. Number 5, the person or people that you're buying the home with matter. Home ownership is a long-term investment. Make sure that you're in a long-term relationship with the people that you purchase real estate with. If you're not getting along with those people in the future, you have to sell the property. And number 6, to prevent buyer's remorse, unless you are a contractor or home inspector, take one with you when you're home shopping if you think you're going to have to make as-is offers. And finally, if you're a seller and you do not want your buyer experiencing buyer's remorse that could cause them to walk during the contract period of time, please remember these tips and give your buyer time to make these huge decisions, and also let them inspect the property. If you're looking at buying or selling real estate, we have all these tips and many more tips on how to sell your home and get top dollar, or how to grab that home that you really want in multiple offer situations. Give us a call here at Stephen Cooley Real Estate and we'll take great care of you.